If you've been following long enough, you'll remember that we've talked about sitting with the hunger, or being uncomfortable, sitting with the discomfort. And with that process, we start to get used to it in a way and be able to manage more. And oftentimes we've started to treat hunger, for example, as an emergency, and there's a discomfort with being hungry, and all of a sudden we have to soothe that. Or we have a stressor. We have something that we need to feel better about right away, a dopamine hit that we need, whatever it is. We need to feel immediately. And so much of what we're doing is to immediately feel better, to immediately gratify whatever that discomfort is. And I'm saying there's going to be an advantage to getting uncomfortable and being okay with being uncomfortable. And realizing there's a gradient when it comes to that as well. It doesn't have to be immediately the most painful thing you ever experienced. But broadening our bandwidth of experience, broadening what we're capable of withstanding in terms of discomfort is going to be beneficial, both to our fitness goals and our long-term goals. Now, a perfect example happened the other day. I was in line at the grocery store and I purchased this fruit tray because it was going to be a busy week and I didn't have time to cut it up, and I was okay with saving that time and spending a little bit more money for this food tray. So we're there at the cash register, and I noticed that the lid was kind of falling off, and I didn't really care. I'm just going to shove it in the bag. I'll take care of it at home. But the cashier had other plans, let's call it. They sat there, and they got this piece of tape. They cut it, put it on, spun it, cut another piece of tape, put it on, spun it. I think they must have put 5 or 6 pieces of tape on there. And it was like this, I don't know, no-name Scotch tape or something like that. It did a decent job. But the whole time I'm sitting there and I'm watching this line start to get longer and longer. And I realized, it might become uncomfortable to sit here and wait for this person to finish taping this so I can pay for my groceries and leave. And I realized even this person in front of me, the one doing it, they don't feel that discomfort, of course. There's got to be something. Otherwise, they would not have done it. To them, the value of helping was more important. But I took that as an opportunity to sit there with that discomfort and practice being okay with being uncomfortable. And that's what I'm asking you guys to do. Just practice being uncomfortable. Allow yourself to be a little hungry. Allow yourself to be a little cold, a little bit hot, a little bit tired, whatever it is. Allow yourself to experience. Don't immediately try to rectify that situation. I could have shut that down right at that grocery store. I said, hey, listen, line's getting long, let's go. But I used it as an opportunity to practice being uncomfortable, allowing myself to be in that moment, not trying to rush, and realizing, okay, all these things I'm feeling, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. All those people, you think they even thought about it a second time? The only reason I thought about it is because it was a perfect example to teach this about. Now, get used to being uncomfortable. It's okay to be uncomfortable. The experience of trying to lose body fat is uncomfortable. But if you immediately always try to rectify or try to feel better or to soothe that discomfort, you will not get to your goal. It's impossible, because a part of that experience is getting used to the discomfort, both in terms of hunger or both in terms of, hey, the reason why maybe I gained so much weight was because I was doing things to feel better in the moment, and usually that was some form of eating or soothing behavior that didn't line up with my fitness goal. So just get used to it. Sit with it. It's okay to be uncomfortable.